Random. What's poppin', man? Yo, my fucking I'm I don't know why iPhones always do this. Like 1 minute it charges, everything Gucci, then you stick 100 fucking joints in there, and none of them want to charge my phone now. Um, one of them does, but it's like super duper slow ski. So we're gonna figure things out. What up, folk? I hope everybody doing good, chilling, everybody maxing, relaxing. I'm gonna let the numbers get in. Yo, what's poppin'? Yeah, what's poppin', country? How you been, man? Hope everything good, can you? Numero uno, you number one, man. What's poppin'? Hope everything good. Hope your weekend was good. Stay blessed. I hope my audio was good. My voice is out of here. But there's a lot going on in the world, man. Yes, sir. How you been? I've been good, man. Chilling, maxing, you know what I'm saying? Waiting for these motherfuckers to do them. You heard? Waiting for these niggas to do them. We outside, baby. The word, I'm chilling, maxing and relaxing. How you been though? Everything good? How's your weekends been? Everything good? You know what I'm saying? Stacking bread, trying to figure out life, whatever you know what I'm saying? Stay focused though. They trying to make everybody fry. Yo, here's a good segue. Random. Yo, when they talk about savings, let me tell you the hustle in that whole little thing. You know how you see something? Yeah, I graduated middle school on Monday. Yeah, that's popping, baby. Congratulations, boy. That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? Put them in years, put that work in, and remember, try to be elite as much as you can, man. Make sure your grades are good. Trust me, all of that's gonna come full circle when you're doing better than others that you know thought school was a joke. You know what I'm saying? But congratulations, man. Word, a lot of graduations are happening around this time. A lot of graduations happen, but congratulations to all that graduated on to better things, on to the next step. You know what I mean? But shout out to y'all. What up, everybody? Was popping, man. Yo, if you don't know the picture that I have, I'm gonna change it. You know what I'm saying? But that picture right there, yo, I didn't even know some dude shot a cop and they gave him the 5 stars and sent the whole fleet after him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's still evil people in this world, man. I could never understand it, man. But random, what the fuck popping, man. I hope everybody doing good out there. Zay Dollar, we outside, we inside, we everywhere. You know what I'm saying? My Knicks play. You know what I'm saying? Game 4 tonight. You already know the Quattro. We outside for real, nigga. Yo, that's my only thing, man. We lost game 3 and we wowed out on Spur fans. So I hope this time we could keep it tranquilo. We're gonna catch this W. Refs, stop playing. I know you guys are trying to push it to 6, 7 games for the money, but stop it, man. Let the Knicks do their thing. We were winning. You guys are weirdos with the how making your calls. But what up, folk? Nah, man, I'm just chilling. I'm a Zay Dollar man. What's popping though? Got the Mitchell and Ness. Yo, this shit is Polaroid too. You heard? Look deep. Yeah, got the Polaroid Ito, man. Got the Polaroid Ito. Let me get rid of that little Teso. Ah. But what's popping, man? How you, man? I hope everybody doing good. We chilling, man. We outside. We outside, baby. I do this little live every day, uh, from about 10 to 12. We discuss everything. You know what I mean? You want to discuss. We have a good time. You know what I mean? We do nostalgia talk. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the good old days, and that's it, man. We chill. You know what I'm saying? Having a good time, for real, for real. But like I said, I'm gonna slow down with the ciggies. We're gonna slow down with the motherfucking You know what I mean? With the herbalization, but let's get into it, man. The fuck popping, everybody. Mr. Orange and Jigga Man. Stay home tonight, man. Go to the Barclays and watch the game. You heard? Please let the audience. First of all, you fell asleep, Mr. Orange, and second of all, I heard, yo, they had a video of some dude that said he spent like 100 bands or some crazy shit for tickets, man, for 2 tickets. So they are wilding with the tickets. Everything is business over the game. You understand me? That would have been one of the illest records though if they caught the sweep and they did 15-0. You know what I'm saying? No other team, you know what I'm saying, ever ever swept other teams the way the Knicks have or have done. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Knicks, man. We got 2 more games. We just gonna wrap this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Wemby, yo, I'm gonna do a good 10, 15, 10 minutes right now. Yo, Wemby, yo, yo, my man, you play like niggas is playing like in the schoolyard, man, like a savage, bro. Stop. First of all, I told folks yesterday, man, you know when your little kid, your little cousin, your baby nephew, whoever hits you with an elbow, them shits hurt. So imagine a motherfucker 7 foot throwing elbows. He mushing Brunson. He doing mad crazy ish, man. I don't like it. Man, just people stop. You don't have you a skinny dude. You know what I'm saying? Draymond Green will just pick you up and throw you out. But yo, it is hot sauce. We're gonna bring it in. Let the cat get a little entryway. And I'm gonna try to keep trying to charge this phone, man. But what up, folk? What's poppin', man? I need to charge this shit. In the background, I got like some crazy videos. Let's dead the music so motherfucker don't get the you know what I'm saying? Don't get messed with. But what up, folk? What up, y'all? I apologize for this right now. Dímelo, dímelo. I apologize, everybody. Let me get right. So, I'm always on time, man. So I'm doing laundry. I'm handling that process, and then I look at my phone and work the mommyville. I had the shit charging. I look at it. The shit say it wasn't charging the whole time, man. So I'm like, gosh dang, man. I had this shit charging for no reason, dog. And then the only other wire I have is so little, pausito, that I can't even, you heard? So I gotta fucking charge another device to try to charge this device. But we're gonna get it popping, man. But what up, everybody? Hope everybody doing good. Boom. Let's do this. Let's do that. Pa pa bang. Pa pa pa. What up, y'all? Yeah, we in the fucking building, man. So my Knicks play tonight, man. The other day I really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Look, yo, I got the Van Ethos on, you heard? These shits is low key. You can't find these motherfuckers no more. But yo, man, shout out to the Knicks. We gonna get this game popping. You already know. And motherfucking yeah, man, we gonna conquer. Yo, game 3, if you peep it, yo, I peep highlights. I'm a digestive type motherfucker. So I'm peeping this shit on some like, detective shit. And yo, my man Wemby mushed Brunson to the floor. They ain't even call nothing. That shit was like a flagrant, son. They were wilding. Wemby was wilding, man. Hey, cuz, what up, Ty? Yo, what's poppin', Tyrone? How you, man? Salute, salute, Ty. Hope everything good, man. Shout out to the Knicks, man. We got game 4 happening in the Garden, Madison Square Garden, a very historic place. If you don't know, it's located in New York City, New York. Um, if you want to travel, I suggest you do that, man. Go to New York City. You don't need a car. You land at the airport, you take a cab, you go to your hotel, and then you could take a cab, train, bus, or walk. You know what I mean? A lot of places you need a vehicle. You know what I mean? You need to rent a car. And sometimes that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with so many common folk and shit like that if you want to go in and out. But at the end of the day, man, they charging wazoo. Yo, one of the funniest videos. Check this out, Tyrone. Yo, Shorty Doo-Wop is driving her car, right? And right now she's driving her mother's car. And she goes, yo, my car been at the shop for 4 months since like wintertime, December, right? And she looks to the left, it's her fucking car. The motherfucking mechanic is renting her car out $100 a day, man. So be careful your mechanitos, man. Motherfucker was renting the car out, bro. Yo, if she didn't see, yo, she ain't even, if she ain't see that that was her car, man, that like that's crazy work, man. Imagine that you bring your car to get tires changed or something to deal with the car, and then you see your car on the sideline. He's renting it out. You know what I mean? Yo, what's popping, NAD? Yo, if you don't know, that picture was because a dude, he was a biker gang member. He shot a cop in the face or whatever and killed him. And they sent, 5 stars after him. You know what I'm saying? But it's nasty work, man. Nasty work, bro. I did wanted to show y'all this joint. Yo, peak game, man. As long as I guess as long as yo, but what's poppin', NAD? As long as I don't put the sound, but look at this shit. Look at this shit, y'all. Boom. Yo. What's going on here? And look at this truck. That truck is out of here. Yo, my man is running. People are like out of here. Yo, crazy shit be happening low key. You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit be happening on this earth, man. Word to Mommyville, man. Word to Mommyville. Hold on, man. I'm trying to get everything organized. What up, y'all? What's poppin' in it? D? What up, everybody? It's $8, $8. We back in the building, man. We live. We talk our shit out here, inside, outside, everywhere. You know what the fuck happening, man. I got the cap on. I got the cap on, man. We gotta. Yo. First of all, this is a Mitchell and Ness. You heard? We going old school on motherfuckers. You know, this shit cost 40 on a 40 on a. Yo, you heard? It came through, man. And yo, championship type shit, man. Look at this. Yo, what up, Nene D? What up, everybody? What up, Tyrone? What up, cuz? Yo, look at this, man. I got one for Poppy Dooley, man. Got one for the Poppy Dooley, you heard? Got one for the Poppy Dooley. You know we had to do that one, you heard? You understand me? And then on my son's birthday, I probably get him one too. You know what I'm saying? If he likes it, you know what I mean. But yeah, man. Shout out to Light. Shout out to everybody. Good looking. Thanks for rocking with the channel. Thanks for the thumbs up. I brought the shit inside. Motherfuckers hot out there. You see no shiesty on, so we just chilling. There's a lot to talk about, man. Mr. Orange, I already said it. Mr. Orange and Jigga Man, go to the Barclays for yourself. You guys have that whole space. Watch the game there. You know what I'm saying? Don't don't fall asleep while you know what I'm saying. And the refs stop being crazy, man. Start making good calls. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, what's popping, man? I'm chilling. I'm chilling. My voice is still in that limbo. You know, that little dark little phase right there. But I'm chilling, man. I'm having a good time. I hope my audience is chilling. I hope you guys had a good yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm watching a TV show called Slow Horses. If you want to get up on that, watch it with me. I'm on second season, I believe, or third right now, because they actually are short. Um, and yeah, man, just finished doing the laundry, cleaned some of the sheets. You know what I mean? The towels. You know how that jammy go. You know what I'm saying? And just been watching a lot of videos of like if you have a good 80 racks, 70 racks, you could literally have somebody build one of those like sprinter camper type shits for you. I know that seems like a lot, but when you think the long run, some of them shits got bathrooms, toilets, running water, a kitchen, a bed. Yo, I seen this video, this Asian lady, word to Mommyville. It looks like a huge truck, right? But when you go inside, bathroom, kitchen, it has real amenities, and then it has stairs to go upstairs, and then this shit it like extends extra. You know what I'm saying? So she could stand in it, and then when she goes to bed, it comes down. But the truck looks like I don't know if you know, but little Uzi Vert bought this like truck type, like an army truck. It looks like, but they getting really good with RVs. You know what I mean? And it's almost pushing the public to see a different way of living. Meaning like, um, You might have to travel to states that got better gasoline or better, at a moment's notice. Oh, yo, this state got better fish right now. Get the fuck going. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like I say, a lot of these RVs look really good, man. They look so livable, so fun. And then people don't understand when you're in a space, let's say you with your boo or your hubby, whoever, right? Like, or two motherfuckers or two females, just that space will make you either love or hate each other. I'm gonna be honest, you know what I mean? But shout out to RVs, man. Shout out to the people buying sprinters or buses or old coach buses and flipping them shits into homes. You know what I mean? With, like I said, running water, kitchens, uh an area. Some dude made like a studio because he likes to, you know what I mean, like podcasts and shit. So there's a lot of cool things that, like, when you're an engineer and you could build, Nene D could vouch for this. When you know those type of ABCs to things, you could translate that with like electrician, like, you could do shit in the crib, plumbing, because you just know ABC of the process, meaning like this, you got to shut the valve for the water, you got to but when you know all those things, bro, everything becomes so second nature, and you could literally build yourself a sprinter. You know what I'm saying? But a school bus, and you know how luxury that shit is, probably, because obviously the space. What they're trying to do is build trucks that extend up, and they got a lot of RVs that do that extending this way. You know what I'm saying? But yo, shout out. I don't know. It's a like to me, whenever I was younger and I thought technology, it was like when the light bulb lasted longer, or when your TV set went from the Trinitron, the red, white, yellow wire, to HDMI. Like those advancements. I'm trying to say, like, even mattresses got better from those springs to now they got those firm purple. That whole shit is like, it could torch to your body. Then when you jump off the mattress, the shit pops back up, right? But I like technology that helps advances us, not takes our jobs, but advances us in humanity. You understand me? So the Chinese just released an automobile you could buy for 5 bands, and supposedly it flies for 5,000. Yo, it flies, but I don't know. America quickly do like, yeah, it costs 20 bands to just be in the air now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they know how to monetize over everything. That's why a lot of times they don't allow certain technologies to just come out, because they got to make sure they can monetize this shit first. You know what I mean? And I don't like that about the way the world is now. Before, it was about, yo, look at this, right? Like, from every avenue, from gaming consoles to computers to the cars to even they used to call modern cribs, like the way, the faucet handles are, to everything, right? Everything did like a cool little advancement. But holy, these motherfuckers, like, as soon as they saw that people start tricking out RVs, and as soon as they saw people that, could fix their own cribs or do their own plumbing. Yo, Home Depot used to be cheap as fudge, man. Now go try to buy lumber and some shit like that. This shit's gonna cost you, because they know it's like supply. I don't like that part about America. You heard? It's very, very, you know what I mean? Like, evil. Spurs and six. What up? What up, yo? Yeah, man. We gonna have the Knicks in 5, baby. Holla at your boy. What up, y'all? We got two more games, one in the Garden and then one in the Spurs. It's a great game, though. I'm not, like I said, I can't be a sore loser. I'm not gonna rip your jersey because you're a Spurs fan. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna say I'm a long-term fan. Obviously, I got the New York Yankee tattoo. I got a couple of jail type joints. The way they done. But yeah, man, let's go Knicks, man. Salute to the Spurs, because it's a dope series. You know what I mean? Wemby will go down as one of the greatest basketball players if he stays healthy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You heard? And he's gonna have a lot of rings. But right now, it's gonna be the Knicks, and then in 3 years, 2 years, they give it to Wemby. But you already know. It's on tonight. Yeah, let's go, pa. Yo, shout out to you, man. I hope everybody's good, man. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Yo, what's poppin', B? Yo, how everybody doing, man? Let's get them thumbs up going though. Good looking, everybody. I had the four, I had the fireball, I thought. Hey, yo, bro, with that link. Yo, what's poppin', Eric? I don't know what link you talking about, but yo, let's go next, man. I hope they catch that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Buster Spencer, yo, you saw they dropped they just released like a cool little basketball game. I don't know if it's worth that price tag because the graphics don't look too appealing. Like the move sets look weird. You know what I mean? But every time they release a game that's like NBA Jam, where it's not like a 5-on-5 and you could do street move shit, I love those type of basketball games. But what up, everybody? I hope everybody chilling. We maintaining. Mr. Orange, please don't come to the building. We really want to catch this W. You heard? And I'm glad you said that because that's pretty cool. You say that because I never been in like I never felt positioned or like I never felt like, you know what I mean, like a team could get me to that point. That's why I don't gamble on teams because when you gamble and invest money, it makes you more into it. So I understand that. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking it. But what I am saying is like, yo, maybe when Boston played the Yankees, so look, yeah, that's the truth. When Boston played the Yankees, man, I was really like, Boston, hold this. But yeah, man, thank you, Nene. I appreciate you 100%. But talk to me, Nene. Is there anything out there? Any cool news? You know what I'm saying? Last night, we put on slow horses. We went out and got some burritos. And just maintained, relaxed, chilled. You know what I'm saying? The night before, I got super duper high. You heard? But yeah, man. I hope everybody chilling, man. What's popping? We chilling. You know what I mean? We waiting for the Knicks to catch that WE though, and that's it, man. Yo, the shit is Polaroid, y'all. All I need to do is find like a pair like some. I go orange. If I find orange Polaroids, woo, with the Van Ethos, and all you need is a regular white tee. In fact, I could wear this shit. You heard? Yo, what up, y'all? The fuck going on, man? Nah, man, it's not about IQ. I don't understand. I never understood what that meant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Low IQ. You know what I mean? You haven't even heard me speak for more than a half hour, and you're already evaluating. You know what I mean? That's misjudgment on your part. You heard? What's this slow horses about, bro? Oh, slow horses is like it's basically the CIA but in the UK, so I guess they call that MI6, but it's a division of MI6 that are misfits. Like all the it's a team of people that are they got put together because they all did shit jobs somewhere else, right? So this guy he's played by Gary Oldman. I don't know if you know, he's a dope actor to me, but he has to take care of all these, like, they doing CIA shit, MI6 shit, but like misfit, you know what I mean? Everybody does their own shit almost, you know what I'm saying? It's a cool show though. It got five, seasons on it. I like watching shows that are done. You understand? Because you could watch them shits like a movie. You know what I mean? I can really get into it. You know, right now we watching From. From is a fire show. From, yo, that shit is long story short, it was like this weird loophole that once you get past a certain point, like in a like I don't know the area, but once you get past a certain point, you come up to like a tree in the road, and that's it. Once you see that tree in the road, everybody's stuck in this little town. Like you can't get out of it. It's almost like you keep driving and then you come right back around. You know what I'm saying? So it's bugged out from. Little Baby's coming out with an album, but that's this and academics for cloud because yep. Academics really be going at Little Baby, man. I saw Little Baby having dinner with ESTG. I don't know if you guys know that rapper. Is this just on Netflix? Nah, man. I think the platform is, I want to say Prime. I want to say Prime, which is Amazon. But if you know one of them, those side, you know what I mean, them pirate joints, slow horses, man. Just check out the trailer, slow horses trailer. It's pretty cool. I like shows that sometimes are like X Files, that like you got to think, you know what I'm saying, like, and then a lot of times give me some action shit. You heard? Like, But I've been getting into shows, man. I was one of those that never watched Sopranos because I was always outside. I saw pieces of The Wire. You know what I mean? I missed out on a lot of good shows. You know, Breaking Bad I never seen because I was always outside. You know what I mean? Working or just being outside. But when you go back, there's a lot of cool shows. Like I got into House of Dragons, Game of Thrones. Even though the brother sister shit, you know what I mean. I try to watch um Euphoria. I said, get the fuck out of here. This shit's too nasty. Yeah, that every Sunday, Sopranos, man, came on, and yo, and when that death really hurt me, man. When that boy died, that man died, I was like, because he seemed like a just overweight Italian dude. You didn't know, whatever was happening. But man, when he James Gandolfini, man, I used to have a thing on my Instagram. It was like a little video of James Gandolfini, man. Yeah, and that's what I told folk. Like, there got to be a point in your life. I don't care if it's in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, but there has to be a point where you at least slow down because like you understand every day you're rolling. When I saw A Thousand Ways to Die, I realized how lucky like individuals we are, right? So, because every day when you go outside, you have an opportunity or a chance to die. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, good looking on the fireball, y'all. But yeah, man, I always bugged out like that. Like, yo, I think time is sometimes is a good time. Like even in the summer right now. Usually in New York, I'm outside. But you don't want to like out of sight, out of mind, man. You don't want to mingle too much. You know what I'm saying? People are watching. People are jealous. People are, you know what I mean, just peeping. Waiting for you to drop the ball type shit. But yeah, sometimes sitting in the crib ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Especially with the rent we paying and the technology shit. Some of these TVs, you get a good TV, a good PS5, Switch, Xbox, a good PC. Yo, you in the crib, man. You chilling. And nowadays with these like for instance a PC, you could do so much. You could watch movies, you could listen to music, you could go on YouTube. Don't you know what I mean? What's that called? Doom scroll. Then you hop on go on Steam, and now you playing fucking, you know what I mean? Battlefield 6. So yo, there's so much shit to keep you indoors. That's the I don't like that, but I do because some people do need to just sit their ass home, man. Sit your ass home, man. You ran the streets, man. It's okay. You survived, man. Call that the luck. You know what I mean? Yeah, remember the Thousand Ways to Die? It's such a wild show that actually, and then look it up. Google this, y'all. Like there's a weird percentage of like every day you could die. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things. Like we eliminated certain things by cities being away from bobcats and shit, but that shit still happens in Cali. A jogger jogging, la, 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 like whoa, shit, nigga. Yeah, these motherfuckers are still out here, man. You know what I mean? But yes, a lot of times I think to myself, like, I don't know if it's when I'm high or whatever, but I think to myself, yo, the more you fly, you're more susceptible to like, some shit happening. You know what I mean? And I don't think they tell us that there's a level of flight that like there's radiation in like that high altitude, and it's little pieces of radiation. But I bet if you fly a lot, you might get cancer if you know what I'm saying, especially if you take them 13, 16 hour flights that you're just in the air absorbing all of that shit. Why you think they tell you to shut your phones off and you know what I'm saying, like please sit down? I can't wait till they make like a plane that feels like you're in a crib walking around and shit, playing ball. Yo, my friend was attacked at Wawa Sunday for no reason, so he had to start beat up a homeless guy. Yo, shout out to Wawa, NAD. Yo, there's still Wawas, by the way. Yo, reply. Is there still Wawas? I get what you're saying, but A Thousand Ways to Die ain't the show the base survival mode? Yeah, on most of those scenarios were heavily exaggerated. They were, but think about the ones like like what the show meant was A Thousand Ways to Die was more like the premise of like any little thing you do. Like the lady that went and bought a carrot, and because carrots are jagged, right? She used it to like play with herself, pause, and she ended up puncturing something and died. You know what I'm saying? You heard? Because carrots is so fucking. So it's more like, yo. I'm not saying like, yo, you go outside and yo, the like you're gonna die. But my thing is like the many ways we can die is like crazy work now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, there's places where shit falls from the sky from airplane shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's just wild stories that you hear. You know what I mean? But word, man, this survival of the fittest too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like only the strong survive type deal. You know what I mean? And as long as I'm doing my ABCs, I have no problem. You know what I mean? That's another thing. If people just played ABCs and not provoked other humans and acted like you the toughest motherfucker. And sometimes I blame females, man. You know, you be with a female and you like, yo, this motherfucker ain't gonna say shit to me, man. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, oh, I should have. Oh, that nigga got cauliflower ear. Uh-oh. Hold on. Yo, baby, go get the keys. Yo, my nigga, you good? You good, my nigga? You got this, man. You got this, baby. Yo, my nigga, I said, have a good night. You thought I said fuck you. You hurt? It's all good. Miscommunication, Papa. Thank you, thank you. Let me get my arm back. Yeah, nigga. Niggas be thinking they Jet Li and shit, and some nigga put you in a pretzel like, what, do? I always love that shit. When you used to see the like the the Asians practicing they all of them all in sync. Hey, hoot, hey, yeah, what? Shout out to my Asian yo. This shit I gotta recharge this bitch and then recharge this shit. Here we go. I'm trying, y'all. Definitely. Today though, I'm going to Walmart to get me a charger, and I know I'm gonna be flabbergasted by the prices of these stupid chargers. I remember you could go to the gas station and buy one for like $3, $4, man. I bet I'm gonna go to Walmart and see anywhere from $5 to $100 for a fucking USB. Go figure. Go figure, go digger. My nigga Joe big the foot of badone, nigga. Yo, I saw it go in the bone, bibber. Do but But word, man. Wawa's used to be the joint, man. I remember, so if you don't know, Wawa's like a convenient, like a 7-Eleven. And every time we used to go to Atlantic City, man, you just take that strip. I forgot, I don't know, maybe it was I-95, but you would just take this strip and you hit Jersey. And as soon as you in Jersey, man, you see a Wawa, we used to go, boop, boop, boop. And, they had a lot of cool shit in there. They were doing things before 7-Elevens, and that's all I'm going to say. You know what I mean? But shout out to Wawa, man. I do agree. People need to stop acting overly tough. Yeah, man. That acting overly tough, man, will get you pretzeled. And now a lot of times you be like, wait, yo, my man got shot over what? Like a dumb argument. Remember, um, the Quavo takeoff situation. That's because stupid ass Quavo, that probably is like 130 pounds soaking wet, was running his goddamn mouth at a dice game, talking to somebody he don't know. I heard his security pulled out, and once again, this is not fucking Call of Duty. If you're gonna pull out the Thule, you better start doing something with it. You heard? This shit ain't for show. This ain't part of your outfit. So I heard some pulled out, and then other son did his thing. And of course, how the story always go is the innocent always got hit. They said he was just standing there, not even playing the fucking game in the background, and got hit. And when you saw like people like when they were messing, yo, that shit was instantaneous. He got hit, and that's it. His soul went wherever it went. You heard? And he was one of my favorite. Like that's why I tell people, man, be careful how you move, man. P&B. You should have fucking door dashed that bitch, man. Pop Smoke. You should have had motherfuckers in front of that door instead of probably all throughout the Airbnbs puffing L's and shit. Like, yo, you gotta be militant sometimes, man. You gotta approach life like, yo, it could be my last, right? So let me see the scene, man. Let me see what's going on here. Once you see some rowdiness, get the fuck out of there, man. People are not playing no more. People are pulling out hammers, squeezing them in crowds, man. Before it used to be like you thought a little bit. All right, I'm gonna catch this nigga on the slide, man. Nope, right there, hitting 10 kids, 15. Like, yo, it's crazy work, man. It is crazy work, man. And yo, people went crazy, man. Yo, this man, that was a good deterrent. You can't go around stabbing people, Carl Anthony. And I understand, yo, you could go, yo, it was racist. Yo, they were wild. Yo, whatever they was doing, man, you should have used the hands then, Papa. But once again, what these YNs love to do is pull out the tool or some other shit, and they can't mano y mano, man. So this is why I tell people, don't put yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be, man. You know? And thank you, B. Everybody stop acting overly tough, man. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere but a motherfucking, toe tag. And this is how I say life is like a movie, or that statement, the good die young is real. Because why is it always like the kid is like a fucking star in a sport? He's like, he gets ussy, all this cool shit. And then it be that like, and it's never the evil nigga. It's never the dude that be doing weird shit. Like, I don't understand. Maybe God takes them, but I don't understand it. You know what I mean? That shit always bugged me out because yo, the whole pops joint was motherfuckers looked at his Dior bag and saw where the Airbnb he was staying. That's crazy work, B. And then the kid got out, or he like it's like what? Yo, you got to have a deterrent. You got to show, look, if you do murder, yo, you got to do time for it, man. These kids are getting out, like you said, in 3 years. My man got a body and he gonna be out in three. That's crazy work. You get three in New York just for having a pistol on you. So it's bugged out, man. Oh, 35. Okay. Correction. Thank you, Nene D. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But still, man, you see that? Remember, I have pods that always go, "Yo, guys, emotions. Be careful what you do in a split of like a split second. It could change your whole life. So be careful. Don't go with your emotion. Never lead with emotion. Lead with logic. If somebody's harming you and you have to defend, that's something different. But if you run in your mouth acting crazy because you know you got the switch on you, and then you provoke shit to pull it out to make you like that's crazy work, man. We got to stop doing that, man. It's not helping nobody. It really ain't, man. People are dying, you know what I'm saying? And society got something to do with that too, how we take death now. Before it used to be a real ritualistic thing when somebody passed. Like you would have 3 day ceremony and at the funeral home. I know now it costs too much money to do that, but you have 3 days, 2 days watching. The third day was the burial, right? Like, but you know, a lot of motherfuckers just get, cremated and on to the, you know what I'm saying? I got bills to pay type shit, right? Like, just bugged out, man. That's the thing when motherfuckers fight that case. Is like, yo, do you not understand? My son had a weapon. Y'all do understand that, right? Like, I don't care what the other dude was doing. I don't care what Chud the Builder is saying. It don't give nobody no reason to bring a weapon to a fist fight. You heard? If you want to slap him, if you want, yo, go with the hands. Let's see where the hands is at, everybody. Like, that's all. But a lot of motherfuckers, you know, we're living in a wild world where, like, we got too accustomed to like reaching for the hammer, man. And then, a lot of, I wonder what percentage of deaths are like people that were reaching, faking reaching, right? Like, yo, I'm gonna show this motherfucker, and then the other motherfucker is on his. You know what I'm saying? He like, I don't know what you gonna do. I don't know what motives you got going on. You heard? So as soon as you look like you reaching, I'm blowing your head off, right? So like it's a weird situation, man. But my bad, random and dive deep and that type of talk. But I think eventually a solution type joint. Finally, Dr. Umar got his school going. We need more people to see positive sides of things and not look for the negative always. I think that's what we're building our culture or this internet off of is obviously we said too many times that, negative energy sells more, but holy man, like everything don't got to be negative, man. We got to go back to like positive vibes, man. I like the people like you got guys that have YouTube videos that are like they go to random houses and paint them or help them, fix some things in the house or help them, paint their car or I like channels like that, you know what I'm saying? But man, motherfuckers is too quick to pull that hammer out, I'll tell you that. Do you see that going home party for a dead rap and his family had that body propped up? Oh my God. I didn't see that, man. That's crazy work. I seen a lot of videos where, posts, meaning after death, they got the corpse and some type of, like he chilling, he playing spades, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in DR started at like all those like island countries started having on the bicycle with them riding for the last time, shorty twerking on him, you know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment, right? But at the same time, you got to know when you and when not to use it. Yeah, man. Not every confrontation is pull out the hammer day. You heard? Like these motherfuckers think is like the Western days. We might as well bring it back. I'd rather have it where at least I know you got this shit on you. You heard? Instead of you flip your book bag and pull out a fucking Draco the size of a baby fucking you know, and it's these motherfuckers is carrying shit, and then I see videos in St. Louis where I don't know. It's like as long as you got your license and permit, you could carry it. These motherfuckers got ARs hanging off they with the strap, and I'm like, yo, a cop car go whoop whoop. Hey, what's up, yo? Make sure you spread it. Meanwhile, you see all the. I'm like, yo. They are going crazy in America, man. I like the UK that they don't have guns. You know what I'm saying? Even though they got like stabbings happening, but yo, guns is like, it's crazy, man. See, isn't that wild, man? Like when you have decent parents and you still feel like you're like kid. I don't think we've dissected peer pressure. I don't think we got into when you're young, and yes, the kid. Check this out. Perfect example. The kid that murdered Fulio, right? That kid that murdered Fulio. Um, they said he had good parents and had, a star, could have went, scholarship and all this cool shit. Meanwhile, he was hunting Fulio down, man. He the one that shot him in his foot, they say. So like that's the psychology I want to figure out is like I was like in that realm, but I still had sense of mind to know that like, yo, let me not do go with these niggas tonight because they like my niggas is talking about we, you know what I'm saying? Like let me not, jump on a motorcycle, my man's don't got the, no license or like, you just have, what I'm saying, a smart mind. And yeah, at the time you get, yo, come on, Zay, you pussy nigga, just jump in the whip, nigga. Yo, you don't got papas, papi. I ain't going in that whip, man. Yo, you don't wait, whose car is this, Bob? Yo, you know how many times that did happen in the 90s, 2000s? You jump in your man's whip and not knowing you was in a stoley? That shit crazy work, man. My people's had the Toyota, I think it was the Camry or one of them models, but it was the 89, it was the box version. A lot of those cars were around in the 90s, but he had the master key because they had one key for the trunk and the, ignition. So, you know, long story short, we borrowed one car and we, it's crazy work, man. Sean Garrison, that name sound mad familiar, man. I know, B. Isn't that wild though? Like, yo, you think about how civilized, like when you think about civilization, the word civilization, right? Everybody, when you think about civilized, right? A group of people, group of humans, gathering, collecting, surviving collectively, right? Like, and we get to this point where we're not throwing buckets of shit out windows no more. We get to the point where, we're not hanging women because they used fucking adobo on the chicken. You heard? Like we're not fucking savage, but yet we still admire or worship this violent culture in America. Like we're pretty violent, man. And I know other countries are violent in their own different ways. Either tribal or the yakuza type shit or whatever they got going on everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? But I think, when you think America, man, we come a long way for where we is. Some women could go out 2 in the morning, go jogging. That's a beautiful thing. You heard? But I just don't like how different states are and like how we're a country, but everything is, you know, everywhere you go is different. But word, man. I always feel like, yo, we should be so at least civilized, man. I felt like, when you watch the 1920 movies that they were more like, when you see like Sherlock Holmes days, right? When they all wore suits with the hat and shit like that. Them motherfuckers spoke perfect English, you know, I didn't like how they treated women, but everything else was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, man. Every time got their time, and we just got to grow out of ours. I think as soon as a lot of the Gen Zers get older and realize that life wasn't going to end, that life wasn't that miserable, that they should have appreciated and partied and had more fun, then there we'll see the common ground, because that's what happens in life. Is like the older you get, you have this realization or this light bulb effect moment where you're like, holy shit, man, it really wasn't that crazy, man. I did have good parents. I did have opportunities that I didn't really peep. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of self reflection, but people don't like accountability, man. That's the new wave, man. It's like I don't give a fuck what I did, right? But what up, y'all? It's $8, man. Random. We outside. We inside. We fucking everywhere. I got 12%. I'm staying strong. We live. We talking our shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yo, remember when you used to go to Nobody Beats the Wiz or whatever cassette CD place you had around your neighborhoods? Yo, they had a, you know what I mean? A label that like the dude wouldn't sell it to you if you wasn't 18, you heard? So you really did need parents. A lot of times we had cousins, that held us down. But a lot of times, when it's wild because all the parents thought like that. Like whenever Mortal Kombat looked too violent, they wanted to take it out of the little did we know they were kind of right, man. They wanted to take it out the waves, man. When rappers started cursing and had freedom of speech, talking about killing cops and fuck police, they fought for that. But you know what I'm saying, money over everything, right? But you see the demonic and the systematic hip hop is responsible for a lot of shit, man. I always say when it comes to, we could talk on this right now, y'all. The frequency, music in general, like what it does to people, how it moves people, how off of a song you could reminisce and smell, you could remember, you know what I'm saying, certain vibes and things you was doing because of songs. So the power in that, in that alone, we knew in the 90s, like, be careful what you say. That's why Wu-Tang Clan and a lot of artists were careful with what they said. Look at Nas discography. Rarely do you see Nas promoting drug use or, telling motherfuckers to do something crazy. He was really trying to teach, you know what I mean? But, there's a lot of hard head motherfuckers outside, let's just say, and people don't like to listen. Everybody, I went through that phase where you think you have all the answers, but you don't got the answers, Sway. You don't got the fucking answers, Sway. For real, man. You go through these weird little limbo and vibes where you're like, you think you know everything. Look at the damage it is. It's so damaging, man. Think about I always think about it like this, like the cities and states that never had that drill culture. Like out of nowhere, UK niggas is wearing shiesties. Out of nowhere, um, so you know what I mean? Like different places, people are just, uh grew accustomed. Even Africa got people, wilding the way we wild. And it's like, yo, that's not the perception I want America to give countries. A lot of countries, when it comes to America, any propaganda, anything, they try so hard to not let it, seep into their country. Even if they have to monitor the internet or give you, their internet version. But holy man, you know, we do have a lot of good, but man, we carry a lot of weight with some stupid shit we allow, and it's all based around money, man. Because as soon as we were losing artists, because remember in 2012 to 13, you could to 2023, yo, the amount of artists we lost from drill culture, I never seen it. Yo, in hip hop, motherfuckers die because of either overweight or, ODB, like weird shit. Freaky Ty got shot. Some artists live that real shit. You know what I mean? But you know, it it was like every week. DJ Academics made a career off of uh, you know, bringing the news to us about every killing, and the killings were getting more intense, more rapid, more frequent. These little kids didn't even know what they were growing into, man. Imagine always have to be on your toes, or always be scary, or always be nervous. That's not a good way to live, man. That's not a good way for a human to grow up. Not at all, man. Not at all. And then Chicago got weird weather, so everybody is in shiesties and big coats. Holy shit, man. Motherfuckers is airing people out, man. Yeah, there's a white girl Russia acting like that. Yeah. You got all these motherfuckers. Now they drilling. Now they got with the thing, and it's like, yo, remember what that energy brings. Remember that what they said about hold on, the system divided everyone about color, music, education, set so many ways, then normalize killing each other. Yeah, glamorized prisons, street life, and that good one, good one. They definitely did, man. They fucking glamorized so much shit that it got to the point where, yo, just like the way we do shit, we really put shit in regimens and routines. Like it became so normalized that that's what I mean about the separation of when people die. We don't even reflect on it like we used to. For some reason, you better be like you better off dead because like I don't know, it's scary, man. And so many kids think like this. When you have teachers telling us they can't have kids sit down, or the kids are stepping to them. I think a teacher got murdered. They murdered a fucking teacher, man. So there's a lot of crazy shit happening, man. Yeah, man. You know, there was so many deaths that I used to like, Mac Miller, you understand, when it comes to like old Dean and all that other shit, right? But like, yo, my Jeezys, there was this one little kid I liked. His name is something Polo, like not LA Capone, LA something. A young little kid, 15, 16. Another kid over here. I even like Blood Money, even though he was 30. Like, yo, Fredo Santana because of the lean. Like, they introduced drug use and killing. So, like, remember we used to look down on all that shit. Remember none of that shit was cool when I was growing up. Like, if you use drugs, you was a druggie, man. Nothing was cool about that. Nothing was cool. Is cool about going to a club and seeing three dudes leaning like they on heroin, man. Nothing cool about that. We never celebrated that. And I don't know if hip hop is realizing this a little bit, so they're trying to, but it's like you said, everybody, there's far too much damage. There's far too much damage, man. Like these kids grew up fucked up. And think about what NBA be saying. Every time I listen to half of these lyrics, I don't know what they saying on on Mamaville, man. I don't know what they saying. The chorus I might, mingle with, but everything else, and then I gotta go online and find some motherfucker that dissect the song for me and find out that he's talking about murdering niggas and the body he caught last week and how, feds hold list and you're like, what? Nigga, you told you told on yourself. What's going on here? And that was another thing. Like, telling on yourself on record became like such a cruel engagement because all it did was lead to death or jail, man. For real this time. Yeah, yeah, it does. I mean, it's a weird. I don't get too touchy on that subject, but you know what I mean. It's a weird systematic. I say I will always go systematic on how they I wonder if you could fall back and find out like the amount of money they use towards oppressing certain, cultures in America. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird. Like the way certain things are, how they flow, how they go. You know what I'm saying? And if I wasn't like if I didn't live through the 80s and 90s a little bit, I would tell you a different story. But what I remember back in the day was motherfucking going to barbecues and motherfuckers was dancing, chilling, spades, dominoes, volleyball, like um, you know, motherfucking people coming together, making the group even bigger. Like, and then coming to that park, we would go to Queens, Flush and Meadow, and go there every fucking, Saturday. So we met a crew that always was like, yo, what's popping, everybody? Yo, Dallas, what's popping? True, it's actually not the same weed from the 80s and 90s. Yeah, we got way weirdo shit. What up, Dallas? How you doing, pop? We just talking our shit. You know how that go, man. Who knows if we, low key trying to figure out solutions to the way this world be moving. But yeah, man. It's just fucked up. Like, and I don't like people that sit back and go like they act like that none of this shit is happening. It's like, yo, this shit is happening, man. This shit is motherfucking happening. It's live, it's IRL, whatever people want to call it. And people are dying, people are hurt, people are struggling, people are, there's so many things that the average human is dealing with that never used to be in human, livelihoods, man. Our parents and grandparents never really had a love you too, babe, 11 11. Yo, a lot of our parents never had, you know, um, to really worry about bills. I remember going to grandpa's house and my mother like, yo, pa, you got to pay your bill. And I looked, it was like $10 phone bill, $12 electric. I'm like 200 rent. I'm like, damn, I know he was in the P's, you know what I'm saying? East New York was wild, but these prices was livable. You know what I mean? Let's say you made 300 a week. Yo, your rent's right there. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yo, nowadays you got to make 7, 6 times more just to live, a little comfortable. And these, it's just bugged out, man. I don't understand why we haven't revolted by now. I don't know why it's taking so long for people to realize that, something is off. These cribs are all built. These, a lot of the infrastructure is here. So why are we paying so much for, why that crib abuelita lived in was 500 a month and now motherfucker got it for 1850. Like none of it makes sense, and I understand you upgraded it. They might be a laundry thing, a pool now. Yeah, you could charge fits, 2 bands. But yo, I looked up Dumbo. One of my boy lives there, right? Yo, starting rent is like 5 bands to 7 bands. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, you paying 5,000 a month for rent. Let's just say hypothetically, because it's New York City and you save 1,000, 1,500 for not having a car, you take train. Yo, you still paying 3,500. Like, what are you making? You gotta be making motherfucking 4 bands a week type shit. You gotta make your first week has to be your rent right there. Cause just in case you blow first week, second week, third week, boom, you still got that fourth. Yes, my nigga, I'm gonna do the rent with this. Fuck it. I'm ramen noodle the rest of the week. Good looking, Nene. Good looking, everybody, for the conversation. What's up? What up, Dallas? What up, B? What up, everybody? What up, Empress? How's everybody doing, man? I'm chilling, chilling. But word, man. That whole housing thing is very weird to me, like how it just doesn't stop. And then my thought process is like, let's say they figure out the oil situation. What, everybody's gonna drop the prices then? No, it's gonna stay here. So that's why these mayors or governors have to fight and freeze where rent is now, because they damn sure not gonna raise the minimum wage, because that's just gonna fuck shit up again. They don't want to pay us. That's the whole thing. They don't want to pay us. So what you have to do is make these places and apartments and houses cheaper for us to live and still be able to, survive. You got full blown families living in hotels now, man, or in their car. I hate to be gloom. I hate that side, but America bugs me out. A lot of times. But what up, folk? I did, 11:52. My bad. The charging situation. I'm gonna resolve it. I'm gonna get me a, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's expensive as fuck. One bedroom in New York City, man. Yo, I got a roommate. I remember I'm looking on Craigslist and shit. My man was like 1,000. I was like, what, a thousand between us? He was like, yeah. I was like, so the crib, and the crib was all right, but you thinking 1,000? Like, yo, you don't want to put that pressure on a human, like to come up with 1,000 a month when the jobs aren't, doing that. I'm not saying that was hard, but because jobs were doing that when you think about it. Now the average you could make 450, 500 a week. That's 2,000 a month. But you can't have rent 3,500 because I'm only making two bands, goofy. But yeah, man, what up, y'all? We gonna see Knicks win today. Let's go Brunson. Let's go Bridges. Let's go Cat. Let's go everybody. I hope everybody has a great one. Thanks for rocking with the kid. I appreciate everybody as usual, man. Sorry for the lateness. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get shit back rolling. I may take tomorrow off. My voice is still hoarse. I'm still fucked up, but I'm acclimating to this fucking heat. It's diabolical. And yeah, man, I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for the convo, Nanny D, B, and like I said, everybody, thank you for the convo, man. Um, Today was really real talk shit, you know what I mean? That's why I guess people were in and out, you know what I mean? A lot of folks don't like to hear this or talk about this because it's scary. It is scary, man, talking like this. It really is, you know what I'm saying? But it's a reality we have to live with. So I hope everybody has a great one. Peace. Say dollar. Random. You know what the fuck going on? Every day we try to deliver something. We try to come up with at least a solution, or at least just bug out. You know what I mean? Yesterday was a great. You know what I mean? I got a lot of energy out. I had a great one. So thanks everybody. Hit me with some clip farming. Do some shit. Holla at your peoples, man. I'm gonna get better with this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm still a rookie, so let's grow together. I hope everybody has a great day. Zay dollar, random, peace. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck going on? You know what the Zay dollar, random. Let it later than they let it be. Yo, everybody have a great day, man. Stay up, man. Stay strong. Antennas up, like I always say, man. And motherfucking yeah, man. Be safe, man. Be fucking safe. Cause for real, it's Spookyville out there. You heard? Yo, be good, everybody. Have a great day, man. It's $8 random. You too. Thank you. I appreciate everybody. Peace. Say dollar random. We out of here. Have a great one, y'all.